Hello friends, this is Dr. Sajad Wani. Because the syllabus of the Panchayat Accounts Assistants posts has been already uploaded on the JKSSB website, but the posts are yet to be advertised. Since the syllabus contains the portion which is the general studies portion, it contains a portion from Indian polity, so I thought to take this first. So in your syllabus you have to read about the Indian Constitution, and we will start with the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly, the scheme for the formation of the Constituent Assembly, it was put forth in the Cabinet Mission Plan which visited India. So under the Cabinet Mission Plan, the Constituent Assembly was to be made with a scheme having a particular number of seats. There was a demarcation of seats between the princely states and the British India, and there was the demarcation of the seats between the various communities, and then there was the demarcation of seats on the basis of voting rights. First we will start from this, that is the total number of seats. The total strength of the seats under the Constituent Assembly, under the Cabinet Mission Plan for the Constituent Assembly was 389. Yeah, आपको याद रखना है. So the total strength of the Constituent Assembly was to be 389 seats. Out of the 389 seats, 296 seats they were to be allocated to the British India. ये आपको याद रखना है. And 93 seats were to be allocated to the princely states. ठीक है. जो ब्रिटिश इंडिया को सीट्स एलोकेट होने वाली थी, उनमें से 292 सीट्स they were to be taken from the governors provinces, and 4 seats were to be taken from the chief commissioners provinces. Right? अब मैं यहाँ पे आपको इलाबरेट करूंगा कि ये गवर्नर्स प्रोविंसेस कितने थे. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट 292 सीट्स वर टू बी टेकन फ्रॉम 11 गवर्नर्स प्रोविंसेस. ठीक है. द गवर्नर्स प्रोविंसेस एट दैट टाइम वर द Madras, the Bombay, UP, Bihar, the Central Province. We had Orissa, we had Punjab, we had the Northwestern Frontier Province, and we had the Sindh, we had the Bengal, and we had the Assam. So these were the 11 governors provinces. From these 11 provinces, we had to take 292 seats, and from 4 chief commissioners provinces, we had to take 4 seats. That means 1 seat from each chief commissioner's province. The 4 chief commissioners provinces, you can remember them by an acronym A, B, C, and D. A means Ajmer Mirwara. B, it means the British Balochistan. C, it means the Coorg. And D, it means the Delhi. So this is all about the 296 seats which were to be allocated to the British India. And then we had the 4 seats that were to be allocated to the we had the 93 seats that were to be allocated to the princely states. ठीक है. इसके बारे में हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. उसके बाद ये आपको याद रखना है that each province या each princely state, उसमें कितनी seats allocate की गई थी. The number of seats they were to be allotted on the basis of the population. That means the seats were allotted in proportion to the respective populations of these provinces and the princely states. ठीक है. Roughly 1 seat was to be allotted for every, आपको याद रखना है, 1 seat was allotted for 1 million population. ठीक है. ये आपको याद रखना है. This is the second point. So first point was the number of seats. The number of seats were to be 389 seats. They were to be distributed between the British India and the princely states. British India got 296 seats. Princely states got 93 seats. British Indian seats were divided between the governors provinces and the chief commissioners provinces. The second point was that 1 number of seats was allocated to 1 million population. For example, some states were smaller. अगर एक स्टेट की बहुत कम पॉपुलेशन थी, उस टाइम हमने क्या किया, हमने बहुत सारी स्टेट्स को एक साथ ये मर्ज किया. वी कैलकुलेटेड द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ अ नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स. तो मान लीजिए एक स्टेट की पॉपुलेशन 500,000 थी, दूसरी स्टेट की भी पॉपुलेशन 500,000 थी. सो वी टुक दीज 2 स्टेट्स एंड वी अलोकेटेड 1 सीट टू दीज 2 स्टेट्स. ठीक है. सो रफली 1 सीट वाज अलोकेटेड टू 1 मिलियन पॉपुलेशन. ठीक है. और आपको एक चीज याद रखना है, द नंबर ऑफ सीट्स दे वर टू बी डिसाइडेड अमंग 3 प्रिंसिपल कम्युनिटीज. दैट मीन्स जितनी भी सीट्स हैं दे वर टू बी डिसाइडेड अमंग 3 कम्युनिटीज. आपको याद रखना है. व्हाट वर द 3 कम्युनिटीज एट दैट टाइम? दे डिवाइड द कम्युनिटीज एज मुस्लिम्स, दे डिवाइड द कम्युनिटीज एज द सिख्स, and they divide the communities as general. तो जनरल में क्या आता है, जनरल में आपके हिंदूज आते हैं, आपके बुद्धिस्ट आते हैं और क्रिश्चियंस और बाकी सारे जनरल में आते हैं एक्सेप्ट मुस्लिम्स एंड सिख्स, ठीक है। सो द नंबर ऑफ सीट्स फॉर टू बी 389, 296 एंड 93 एंड देन द सीट्स वर डिवाइडेड एज 1 मिलियन पॉपुलेशन के लिए एक सीट थी। और उसके बाद द सीट्स फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश इंडिया, क्योंकि प्रिंसली स्टेट्स में तो इलेक्शन नहीं होता था, द सीट्स फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश इंडिया दे वर टू बी divided or they were to be decided by the representatives of the three communities, that was the Muslims, the Sikhs and the general, ठीक है। and ये आपको याद रखना है that the representatives from each community, for example the Muslims, the representatives from the Muslims they were to be elected by the Muslims only, right। the Muslim community के जो representatives हैं they were to be elected by Muslims only, likewise Sikhs के जो representatives होते थे they were to be elected by the Sikhs only as is the case with the general, ठीक है। ये भी आपको याद रखना है। So this is the fourth point, that is the election was on the communal basis, the election was on the communal basis, that means the representatives of the Muslims, the Sikhs and the general they were to be elected by the communities themselves। और आपको ये चीज भी याद रखनी है, the voting was to be on the basis of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote। फिलहाल आप ये याद रखेंगे, जब हम आगे इस पे मुझे लगता है एक लेक्चर बनाना पड़ेगा मुझे। फिलहाल आप इतना ही याद रखेंगे, द वोटिंग वाज टू बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द मेथड ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन बाय मींस ऑफ ए सिंगल ट्रांसफरेबल वोट, ठीक है। फिलहाल आप इतना ही याद रखेंगे। सो द इलेक्शन वाज कम्युनल एंड इट वाज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द मेथड ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन बाय मींस ऑफ ए सिंगल ट्रांसफरेबल वोट, ठीक है। उसके बाद मैं आपको ये भी बता दूं दैट द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स ऑफ द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स दे वर टू बी नॉमिनेटेड, ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि प्रिंसली स्टेट्स में तो इलेक्शन का कोई प्रोविजन नहीं हो सकता था उस टाइम। सो द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स फ्रॉम द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स दे वर टू बी nominated by the heads of the states, ठीक है। सो दिस वाज अ स्कीम अंडर द कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान, जो आपको क्लियर हो गया दैट द कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान में हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंट असेंबली था उसका स्कीम क्या था। द स्कीम इंक्लूडेड द नंबर ऑफ सीट्स दैट वाज 389 टू बी डिवाइडेड बिटवीन द ब्रिटिश इंडिया एंड द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स। ब्रिटिश इंडिया में हमने 296 सीट्स देनी थी एंड प्रिंसली स्टेट्स में 93 सीट्स। इट्स द स्कीम जो कैबिनेट मिशन प्लान ने दिया, एक्चुअल में क्या हुआ वो बात की बात है, ठीक है। And the number of seats they were to be divided between the British India and the princely states, and roughly 1 seat was allocated to a population of 1 million. And then I told you that the seats were filled by the representatives of three communities, that is Muslims, Sikhs and general, and these communities, the representatives were elected by the members of that community only, and the voting was by means of a single transferable vote. And I also told you that the members from the princely states, the representatives from the princely states were to be nominated by the heads of the princely states. That means अगर आपको ये समझ आया है तो आपको ये भी अंडरस्टैंड हुआ होगा that the constituent assembly was to be partly elected and partly nominated body। ये आपको याद रखना है। You will remember this, that the constituent assembly, it was to be under the cabinet mission plan, the constituent assembly was to be partly elected and partly nominated body, क्योंकि ब्रिटिश इंडिया से इलेक्शन होता और प्रिंसली स्टेट्स में नॉमिनेशन होता। और आपको ये भी याद रखना है जो वहां के इलेक्शंस थे उस टाइम के, द इलेक्शंस वायर इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस, ठीक है। द मेंबर्स वायर टू बी इनडायरेक्टली इलेक्टेड, ठीक है। जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली के मेंबर्स थे दे वर टू बी इनडायरेक्टली इलेक्टेड बाय द मेंबर्स ऑफ द प्रोविंसेस ऑफ द प्रोविंशियल असेंबलीज इन द ब्रिटिश इंडिया, ठीक है, हु वर देमसेल्व्स इलेक्टेड ऑन अ लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज। ये आपको पता ही है, दे वर themselves elected on the basis of the property होता था उस टाइम, एजुकेशन होता था और वो कितना टैक्स पे करते थे उस बेस पे उनका इलेक्शन होता था। जो प्रोविंशियल असेंबलीज के मेंबर्स हैं उनका इलेक्शन होता था ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर प्रॉपर्टी, एजुकेशन एंड टैक्स दे पे। और जो वो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स थे वो भी इनडायरेक्टली इलेक्ट करते थे द मेंबर्स ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली। दिस वाज अ स्कीम अंडर द कैबिनेट मिशन plan. So finally under the cabinet mission plan the elections were held in 1946 only, ठीक है। जब इलेक्शन हो गए तो हमने क्या देखा, द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस इट won 208 seats, the Muslim League it won 73 seats, and some other independent parties and persons, they won 15 seats, right? And the 93 seats from the princely states, which were to be filled by the members of the princely states, they were not filled because the members of the princely states, they chose not to indulge in these matters, and they kept aloof, and they decided to stay away from the Constituent Assembly. Okay, so the Constituent Assembly, it was not a directly elected body, and it was not actually directly elected by the people of India on the basis of adult franchise. ये आपको याद रखना है, ठीक है? So it was only a representative body which represented certain sections of the people like the Muslims, Hindus, and the general categories, but overall it represented the people of India. Okay, because at that time we didn't have any such body which could represent most of the people of India. The Constituent Assembly, it represented the sections of various communities of India. It included the SCs, STs, it included the women, it included the people from different religions. और मैं आपको ये भी बता दूं कि इस Constituent Assembly में उस टाइम के सब बड़ी बड़ी हस्तियां सारी थी एक्सेप्ट द महात्मा गांधी एंड M.A. Jinnah, ये आपको याद रखना है. So this was brief about the Constituent Assembly and the scheme of the formulation of Constituent Assembly under the Cabinet Mission Plan. इसके बाद मैं बात करूंगा in the next class I will talk about the working of the Constituent Assembly, जिसमें हम Objectives Resolution की बात करेंगे और हम Constituent Assembly की functions की बात करेंगे. ठीक है? Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.